The crew was ready to, they were ready to kill us.
Yes. Everybody I have cared for has either died or left me.
You have no idea what loss is.
If you could pick anyone in the world, who would be on your apocalypse dream team?
Oh, there's just too many people. Michelle Obama, Indiana Jones.
Trust me.
I would have to pick my dad. He knows all of those things. Family of mechanics who can do anything, and he's a bomb expert for the military. So I think he's the guy.
Number one, Merle Luna, my wife. I think love is an important element when trying to get through times like those. And you know what? Me and her will be enough. Yeah.
Amal Clooney. I met her recently, and I've never been more in awe of an individual in my entire life. My sister, because she's just incredible. Oh my God, and Neil. I 100% am convinced that he would know exactly what to do in any circumstance, specifically apocalypse related, so I would 100% have Neil there.
Well, obviously outside my kids, because I have to protect them, I'd race over to my brother's because he's more of a survivalist than I am. He knows how to ride every vehicle, fix things. He'd be a much better survivor than I would be.
Oh, Joel. And Pedro, because now he's totally prepped for it. So that would be it. He'd be good fun too. We could hunker down and it would be okay.
Oh, well, I'm definitely taking Bella Ramsey with me because she's ferocious and she's small. She can get into places I can't get. And I'd give her the switchblade for sure. She's really good with that.
You
should come
with us.
Apocalypse team.
We like the lighting in your room, so you.
Thank you so much.
If she so much as twitches,
What's been your favorite behind the scenes moment?
I just laughed a lot. Pedro's really funny. I think, it's not a secret. In between takes, he would just make me die laughing.
We used to get the giggles a lot. It's because you spent so much time being so serious that you'd start going, this is ridiculous. And we would just crack up, like tears running down our face, like, no, let me stop, crack up.
The contagious giggle situation got to the point where it was so extreme that we suffered. Like the crew was ready to, they were ready to kill us.
Yes.
Which just made us laugh even more.
So funny seeing people suffer. If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on?
you haven't seen the world, so you don't know.
What are 3 things you need to survive a mutant fungus brain eating apocalypse?
You need a sharp wit.
Mm-hmm. Or a sharp weapon.
A water purifier, a blade. What else, Neil?
A joke book, because you got to keep your humanity. Listen, if you're surrounded by a bunch of people, madmen, and they have guns pointed at you, what do? You're not going to start fighting them. You take out your joke book, you read a joke, maybe you win them over.
Well, I would definitely not survive. I want to be really clear about that, Trey. I would not make it. But I think for those people who do, they need to want to live more than anything, because it's the will that keeps you going more than anything.
Did you play The Last of Us at all before you both got these roles?
Before we got the roles, no.
No.
After we got the roles and we were told not to.
Yeah, we defied orders. We're rebellious.
We rebelled. I even went behind his back and asked PlayStation to send me the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you took it a step further than I did.
I did.
But it was good for us, I think, to disobey them and do our little bits of research. I think it was really beneficial.
It was super beneficial.
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
You originated the voice of the character in the video games. How was it like bringing this character to life on the TV screen?
It was a beautiful experience because I have had the great privilege of living with her for 10 years now. And so I know her and love her and care about her and her difficult decision-making and her sacrifices for the greater good. And I feel very protective of her. So to be able to step into her shoes in a prestige HBO adaptation was extraordinary and a wonderful dream. And also an opportunity to, take an old pal for a new ride.
Craig, Chernobyl and The Last of Us are both about world-ending disasters. Were there any similarities in the development process of these 2 stories?
There was a similarity. I started both of them the same way, talking to a scientist. For Chernobyl, I sat down with a nuclear physicist. I just said, explain to me how nuclear reactors work. And for The Last of Us, I talked to a mycologist, which is a specialist in fungus. And I came to understand how fascinating and complicated and potentially terrifying fungi are. And from there, I was able to kind of go forward. So I guess they kind of both started the same way.
How are the infected different from any flesh-eating monsters we've seen on the screen before?
They're people who are sick. That's the big difference. They're not supernatural. They haven't come out of a grave. They're sick. And we wanted to feel that with them. We wanted to feel a connection to them, almost a pity. We want to understand they were people once. And that is both sad and scary because there's a question, is there still a person in there?
When you saw them on the screen for the first time, what was your gut reaction?
They were scary. All of the noises, the actors in the fight, in my clicker fight anyway, those actors were amazing. That was all on them. That was all prosthetic. And their all of their motion and movement and the whole bit was just them. And the sounds that was all, so that was freaky.
We have our production offices, we're prepping the show, and they take me into this little room, and there's a clicker there. He's just standing there. And this incredible prosthetic makeup that Barry Gower, who worked with us on Chernobyl and worked on Game of Thrones, had created this, it was there. There it was. There was a clicker standing there. It was just so crazy because I know as a fan, if you can't get the clickers right, I'm off. I'm out. Bye. Because you don't care, because you don't get it and you don't love it enough. I care, I get it, I love it. The clickers have to be perfect. They have to sound perfect, and they do.
Neil, we know you're being very faithful to the game in this series adaptation, but where did you see areas that this world could grow or expand in this TV series?
With the game, we're pretty hardcore about only seeing things through Joel's perspective, and then later in the story through Ellie's perspective. And that's it. There's no privileged view ever in the game. With the show, we're able to really kind of explore other side characters when Joel and Ellie are not around. There are these other, sometimes villainous characters in the game, and we now get to humanize them and show that, no one believes they're the villain. They believe they're the good guys, and they're trying to do what's right by their own people. And that's kind of the juice of the story, which is putting people that both feel like they're doing the right thing, but they're at odds with each other. And then how does that kind of conflict get resolved?
You trust me?
What do you think your characters of Joel and Ellie learn from each other as they embark on this journey?
How to be human
Yes.
again, how to love again, and how to kill people in many different types of ways to keep the other one alive.
Practical level, you teach me to survive.
Yeah.
And to kill and shoot guns.
Right.
All the things you need.
Yeah.